We've recently started a new podcast called Alien in Character, where each episode we discuss a character from Alien, then Aliens, then Alien 3, then Alien Resurrection, and then go back to the beginning and start over again. Link below here, all right? And which means every 4 weeks we've got to go back to Alien Resurrection, which is not exactly a go-to one of the films when I fancy watching an alien film, but needs must. And so I've started watching it again, and it reminds me that for me the best thing in the film is the ship, the Betty. Not the best of illustrations here, but for me the best thing in the film, and if you listen to the podcast you'll find out that in time, is the Betty, all right? And always liked the design, always wanted one, all right? But kits haven't been too, common over the years. But recently, Eaglemoss, good old Eaglemoss, have produced one. And I've looked at it and ummed and ahed about it. And the umming and ahhing is all to do with something that we'll find out about in a minute. It's just arrived today. As I say, I've ummed and ahed about it for quite a long time, and always put off by the price. But they've just had a sale on the Eaglemoss site, and I'd garnered some points as well, which discounted it. And this came in at about, I don't know, £22, something like that. So I thought, all right, I'm going to take a punt. So this is an unboxing. I swear I haven't opened this before. So let's see if I can do it. I might have to put the camera down in a second, but let's have a look. So the usual leaflet. Right now, not too bad, not too bad. I'm liking it. As I say, there is something that's been putting me off. It's quite good. The illustrations are better than what we actually get in the making of book. All right, so far so good, as I say. There's the old certificate, which will be meaningless by the time I'm finished with it. Right, everything now. What I'm going to do to this, and thereby rendering that redundant, will be revealed when I take this off. Right, I'm hoping I'm going to get something like that. What the umming and ahhing about is what it appears like on the website. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's open this up. Right, okay. So what I've been umming and ahhing about is it looks to be a very good model, pretty accurate model, but what's been putting me off is the scratches, okay, that on the website, there's quite a few illustrations of the ship. These scratches are really, really over the top and really out of scale and out of everything to do with the ship. Let's take them out of the box and just have a look. There's the old stand. Let's look at this a bit closer, shall we? Oh, it's heavy. All right. Actually, I know, like that, not too bad. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's go back to that photo, shall we? Barely any scratches there. Can you see that? If it had been like that, I would have been happy with it. But ouch, they're not so much scratches, more like camo pattern. Oh dear. So yeah, this is what I've been umming and ahhing about. I figured if I got this, I'd have to do something about these, and I am going to do something about it, and this is what invalidates the certificate, because when I'm done with it, it's going to look substantially different. I've got to repaint it. There's no way I can keep these. Now, the problem with repainting it is, yeah, the old Betty symbol there is really, really good. If I just spray this with primer, like I did with my Nostromo repaint, I'm going to lose that decal, aren't I? Okay, so the plan is try and find a colour which matches this, and I'm thinking Vallejo right now, and the tiger stripes, all right? It's going to be a heck of a job, because what I've got to do, unless I can find a perfect match, I've got to cover up every bit of this tan colour with a new tan colour. And when I reach the Betty sign, very carefully paint round it, all right? That is the plan then, to cover it up, unless I can find a match to this, and hand paint over the top of it, going around the Betty sign, but also going around the stripes, and also try and find a brown that will match the stripes, and where the chipping is pretty bad, paint over that as well. So I'm not quite sure right now just, you know, how intensive this job's going to be, but I'll come back once I've sourced a colour for that, and I'll let you know what I've decided to do. Well, that was a bit of luck. Games Workshop's Zandri Dust is almost a perfect match to the base coat of the Betty, especially if I mixed in a little bit of a Vallejo like chocolate brown. So what I've done is I've gone in and I've got rid of all the rather OTT paint scratches, and I'm in the process of also going along with that chocolate brown, watering it down and filling in the scratches that are on the tiger stripes. Very, very pleased with how this is going. I thought this was going to be a right old slog to get rid of them, but no, it's going very well. You can see just in there's a few more to do. It's looking quite sparse though, without all the little speckling. The speckling was really, really good. So we've got open areas now. As you can see, I've splodged on some darker shades just to break up the bare surfaces. But once I'm done with the two colours here, I'm going in with a very dirty wash of black and burnt umber to wash it all over and start dabbing it off. So I'll come back once I've done the initial part of that. All right, so I've given the whole thing a very dirty wash of burnt umber and black mixed together and then splodged on. Some places dabbed off, some places I let it pool naturally, especially that area. I see in the reference photos that area is really beat up. It was a bit darker than I would have liked, so I'm going back in and just dry brushing to pick out the detail again, and then I'll go in again, but with more concentrated washes in specific areas. But she's coming along. What's really showing up is the not very good metallic colours now. So once I've done the browns, I've got to go in and redo all the metals, and I think next time I'm back that will be at the end. Right, it's coming along. All the browns, I'm lightening them back up, getting it more like how I want it to be. It's going to be as I say, it's a bit of a compromise, this paint job. I want it to look like it appears in the film, but the actual filming model was far more of a yellow tone, so I'm just brightening up the browns a bit more. And you can see here I've been blocking in the metallics, and then once that's all done, I'm going to be done. Oh no, I'm not. There is still darker areas here that I've got to pick out in places, try and match the muck. All right, so I've got to match the muck and do the metallics, and then I will return with it finished. And we're done. Just finished off those last areas, you know, the more beat up ones that are in the reference photos, so areas like that. Yeah, she's done. I've kind of enjoyed doing it. It was a bit of a slog to be doing just tans and browns and blacks, but I'm very happy with it now compared to how it was at the beginning of this video. And it's very odd, you know, studying all the photos for doing this. There isn't, that I can see, one scraping of paint on the studio model. So I don't know. I don't know why Eaglemoss decided to just have it as chronically weathered as that. Okay, so yeah, very happy with this. Don't know what my next alien Eaglemoss will be, but yeah, hopefully I'll come back before long with one.